Well, hello there. Welcome. This is Grand Madam, and you have just entered the Grand Collective. Well, how about that eclipse? Now, if you've been with me for a little while, then you know I've been prompting you for the last couple of weeks about things to happen really after the eclipse and to basically watch the news. Um, there are going to be big changes and bits and pieces of significant information that has been kept quiet is going to kind of find its way to bubble up to the public. Um, it's going to be an interesting time. Now, this is the 11th of April. O.J. Simpson passed away earlier today. Um, he had cancer. I just have the sneakiest feeling we're going to get the truth on that murder. No, I never did believe that he killed those people. First of all, he was too arthritic. I've had one bout with that full body arthritis or that full body inflammation. Mm-mm. I don't care how strong you were. When that thing hits, your strength that you can barely walk, you can barely sit, and you definitely are not going to stand. So to take out two people, and come on, give one a Colombian necktie, a Colombian necklace, that's not the signature of a domestic violence situation. But that's what happened. That's the story. That's the official line. That's a heck of a legacy, though. But like I said, significant bits and pieces of information are going to be bubbling up and coming out for the public for all to see. Um, this afternoon, I wanted to see what was next for Jonathan Majors. Well, he's had his sentencing. That's a damn shame. I knew they were going to do that because I said it, and I think it was the first reading I gave him. How it was all going to end up a lot of nothing. He has to do domestic violence counseling, as I predicted, or as the cards showed me, and 1 year probation for all that. In the meantime, he's being sued by uh, Grace Jabari, who is also an actress. No one ever said that. We thought she was just a homebody girl, living partner. No, this woman she's got some acting credits in the superhero genre, okay? Or in the, what do you call it? The comic book movie genre. I'm like, check this out. Anyway, um, well, let's just see. I've thrown down some cards. I'm using Rider Waite to see pretty much what's next for Jonathan Majors. The first card I have right now, he is in an energy of the sun. Okay. Speaking of the sun, that solar eclipse, do you see how many of these people eyes are burning and they have headaches? I closed my drapes and I still suffered from that radiation. And my daughter too. Drapes closed. So basically it's going to be some interesting stuff going on. I'll get more into that after this reading. Success, exposure, illumination. Now, I don't know if he stood out there with his glasses in his hand looking up at the sun bare, but the overall energy is sun is shining down on him. Illumination, success. It is also shining down on his relationships, his agreements, of which he is having difficulties with. He doesn't know what to do. Two of Swords. So I have the Sun card, the Lovers, and the Two of Swords. That's a man with two women. Okay? That's a man with two women. And folks, I will be honest with you. I do not believe it is over between him and Grace Jabari. Allegedly. not by a California mile. And I really feel for Megan Good because she's in love with him, allegedly. A lot of money has been spent, has been put out towards his new beginning and also towards his foolish negligence. He still has a decision. This is two of wands. This is interesting. On this board here, here we have, let's do it like this. Two of Swords, indecision. This is basically a refusal to make a decision. Two of Wands is the need to make a decision. And here we also have the Two of Pentacles. We have 222, where there's some instability there. Robbing Peter to pay Paul. Let me see really quick. 222, it talks about relationships. But it also talks about 222 equals 6. 6 is harmony. Trying to bring harmony into a situation. Say what you were going to say. Trying to bring harmony into a three-way situation. I don't need Google. Okay. Okay. And it's well, let me just keep going. Let's keep going. The card of most concern is the Hierophant. How do people see me? And this is also the marriage card. And right next to the marriage card is Grace's card. And on top of Grace's card is Megan Good's card. And next to Megan Good's card is Jonathan's card, the Star. Oops, I'm sorry about this light here. It's much more light where I am in this room. And now, that looks funny, y'all. I don't like the looks of that. I see one marriage and two women. Okay, okay. We have the Three of Swords, which is, it goes back to this threesome again. Somebody's about to get their heart broken. And here we have this hangman. So we have a man suspended, and in this case, this man is suspended between two women. I don't care what you see about him and Megan. I don't care how deeply she gazes into his eyes. This man is in love with this Grace Jabari girl. Okay. His mental challenge now is manipulation, trying to get back on top. Whereas his emotional challenge is trying to find peace. The peace to get back on top and plan again. So I threw down some additional cards, my higher self oracle cards, and they're suggesting for him that help is on the way in spite of the failure. Look at it as a lesson for you, as opposed to something that happened to you. Clear your energy, and this is where a decision has got to be made. Got to make that decision in order to clear your energy. And here we go again. It goes back to making that decision, set up your boundaries. Because as long as there is no decision, what's the point of boundaries? And last but not least, the card suggests that he continue to go with the flow, or the least pass path of resistance. Now, let's ask. Ah, I have my pendulum. Hmm. Before I get into that, this Five of Swords and the mental challenge is bothering me. I want to know what this is about. I'm going to use the Lenormands. What is the Five of Swords? Because basically, I'm looking down on this spread, and all I see is he is stuck between two women. That's all I see. I don't see anything about any new films. A lot of money being spent. I see that, and decisions to be made. Two, two, two. Mhm. What is the Five of Swords? And no cups. No cards of emotion. Major Arcana. One, two, three, four, five. This is a life-changing six. Life-changing event for him. What is the Five of Swords? And I guess he can't make any major decisions until his probation period is over. I have a hunch this man is concerned about how society sees him, and I feel that someone has told him it's time for you to get married and take a wife now and cut this foolishness out. And I feel that in my chest space. No, I don't have gas. What is the Five of Swords in the mental challenge space here? Mm. The other way around this way? Okay. We have a cunning wish. The fox is the animal that'll go to any means to protect its loved ones. And here we have a wish to protect a loved one, any means necessary. We also have a lot of difficulty, concerns about the difficulties of getting back on top. Yeah, this with this probation trying to get if he can do it coast to coast, he's gonna have to do it coast to coast. But it's gonna be difficult with him traveling between New York and LA. Hawaii, Hawaii. Hollywood. Maybe he's going to Hawaii. Yeah, he's got other acting jobs. He's got under contract. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Well, duty here. Here's Megan. See, look at this. Bottom of the deck. We have the swans, everlasting love, and we have the north node. So this goes back to finding yourself a wife and sit down. Behave yourself. Then we have this couple. They look like an acting couple. They're the beautiful ones, right? Male, female. But then we have this distance. Now, what woman do you know that has separated herself far from him? That's Grace Jabari. Here are the difficulties they have. That's a whip. Is she gonna whip his butt? Is she whipping his butt with this lawsuit? And traveling far, far away. She has been traveling. She's been doing other movies overseas. She's got money making opportunities. And look at this. She's hurting. She has a closed heart. And she has a little thing about self sabotage going on there. And watching the situation with Majors and cooking up some plans. That lawsuit was won. I'm going to make you pay. Okay, she's got people watching out for her. I do believe I have loyalty and physicality here. I think she's still sober. She's just sobered up. People started to talk, and the industry started to talk. The industry started to talk about him and Megan Good. So some hidden knowledge is coming out about those two. Like they're going to be around for the long term. That's the gossip. And here we go again with the choice to be made here. And the choices he's making is being heavily scrutinized by someone. Heavily scrutinized. Okay. Uh, I said he's got some new contracts. I want to ask: does Jonathan Majors have another film contract waiting for him right now? Can you see the pendulum? Does Jonathan Majors have a film contract ready for him right now? That's a yes. Okay, that's why it's going to be difficult with him flying coast to coast to meet his probation and to do the film at the same time. Now, here's the $64 billion question. It used to be $64,000. Now it's inflation. These are new times. Does Jonathan Majors want to marry Grace Jabari? No. Does Jonathan Majors want to marry Megan Good? No. At this point, is it just that he just wants to make films? Does Jonathan Majors just want to make films right now? He doesn't even want to do that. Okay, no energy at all. I guess just rest. Hmm. Well, what's next for Jonathan Majors? He's got a new movie coming up, and he will have to travel. It's going to be difficult. He'll find a way. All right. And I'm wrapping this up. This is Grand Madam. Thanks for dropping by. Until next time, much love.